Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to talk about why you should consider using QuickBooks Advance for your business. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. QuickBooks Advance is a big step up from the rest of the SKUs. If you have a quick look at it, the options for you are pretty simple. Self-employed, which we've talked about in different videos. Then, which is part of QuickBooks Online, you've got a Simple Start, Essentials, Plus, and then Advance. It's the price jump, right? You're almost doubling from going up to one to the other. Now, though, if I was to see what you get extra out of it, you have the option to do manage employee expenses, which is still in beta and doesn't quite give us anything. Automated workflows and reminders, which is a useful feature and something we'll quickly cover. Customize your permissions, much more than before. Batch invoices, business analytics with Excel, run advanced reports, restore company data, and set smart budgets and know you're on target, which you can get from there. Now, there is another one in here that I think is really useful, which is reclassification. So that's where I'm going to aim this at. Why would you spend that extra money, go through the whole idea of almost doubling your QuickBooks figure for this? And that's what we're going to talk about today. So strap in, let's run the VT and let's get straight into this and figure out why you should be using QuickBooks Advance. Roll the VT. Hello, my name is Aaron Patrick. I am a chartered accountant, a certified UK trainer with a fancy new logo, that QuickBooks chap on the internet, head of accounts here at Boffix, and also your friendly podcaster who goes live each and every Monday morning at 8:30 AM for Ask the Accountant. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the fact that I believe that QuickBooks Advance isn't for everyone, but for the people it is worthwhile for, there's a lot of benefit there and actually a lot of value to it as well. So let's get straight into it. Let's understand exactly why we should be worrying about why QuickBooks Advance is right for you. Okay, so here I am. I'm in my QuickBooks Advance area. So there are some few quick wins that I believe really do help. You have a fixed asset register solution. So if you've got lots of fixed assets, that could be a reason. And we've done a whole video on that if you need it. We have also the ability to back up your data. So you can do a whole data management and back it up, all just using this feature here, and that could be a real reason to do it. For there's a lot of people like that safety net. This is an online solution, a cloud-based solution, so we don't need to worry about our data disappearing or anything like that. What people like this for is that comfort blanket. That idea that if they need to, they can restore back to a particular point. Maybe someone's gone in and put a load of data on and they put the wrong date on, or whatever it's going to be. Now, there might be quicker ways to change it, or the quickest way is actually going through and putting it through from there. So that's one of the reasons that backing up data can give confidence. Spreadsheet sync, we've talked about in another video. I really like the idea of that. It's not for everyone, but the idea that you can basically get what's in QuickBooks and send it over to QuickBooks and do a bit of analysis with it. We've got things like Office 365, Copilot, stuff like that, AI. It gives us functionality, right? It gives us a chance to be able to get that out there, the data that is, on a consistent basis and be able to run with it. But let me show you some of the tools that I think are absolutely brilliant. So for example, Reclassify transactions. As an accountant, I use this tool every single day. This is my one and only favorite tool that as an accountant, I absolutely love. And if I'm completely honest with you all, if I'm going to be completely real, I'm a little bit upset that you don't get access to it because I love this feature. I love the fact that that was mine. But as a QuickBooks Advance, you get to utilize it as well. So let's see quickly what it can do. Well, the idea of it is, and this is demo data, so there's not much information in here, but if I were to really extend my data out, let's say I go all the way from here, I can filter this down if I need to by location, VAT, class, and all that sort of stuff. But ideal is that if I find stuff, so I've got here some subscription costs, or I've got revenue costs, or anything like that. In fact, let me extend this even further. Yeah, it's much better. I've got much more data now. So the idea would be, let's say that I'm looking at this uncategorized income here. Nothing should ever be uncategorized in QuickBooks, right? Now, if there's more data, even better. But the idea of reclassification is I can quickly change something. So I've seen that this has been classed as uncategorized. Well, I tick the little box and I could have 100 transactions if I need to. I press this reclassify button just here. I go and change whatever I need to change. So let's make it go into sales instead. And I press apply. And if like that, all that's been done. Now that's one transaction. Let's see what happens if we do it to multiple. So I'm going to go into sales, and you'll see there's 4 transactions here. If I reclassify now, change account, and I'm going to go and look at what other sales ones I've got. Let's say actually I want this to go to take-ins and not sales. I press apply, and if like that, I've changed all of those transactions in a blink of an eye. That's where reclassification becomes really powerful. And it's what else you can reclassify as well. So maybe I've gone through here and look, I've put this to no VAT. If I want to quickly change that and update my next VAT return, well, I can go in and I can just change it to 20% and press apply. And I've now amended that transaction from a no VAT, so I wasn't claiming VAT, to a 20% VAT. Now you've got to be careful with it, you've got to know what you're doing, you've got to make sure you're making the right choices, but see how quick and powerful that is. This is us having access to the back end of QuickBooks, having access to go through and make those adjustments. And as an accountant, it's one of my most powerful tools by a long way. So the fact that you guys get access to it in QuickBooks Advance definitely is an option for you to really consider that QuickBooks Advance license. Let's have a look at the other option. For me, the other one is all about making sure that you use the workflow area. Now, the workflow area is all about making sure that you can automate certain things. And we have a load of templates in here that we can use. Schedule and send a report. Complete an employee exit formality reminder. Send employees documents reminder. Send estimates follow-up reminder. So if I've already got an estimate out there, I can set it that if a client hasn't accepted that estimate, I can get them to automatically send them out so that they can go and accept them easily. You can put approvals in here. Notify about expenses being created. Missing customer details reminder. So if you feel like there's some missing information, create a reminder, send a company email when customer hasn't put information in there. This is where we can automate a lot of stuff. And some of the times we've really used this for more beneficial is if we've got third-party integrations, right? So for example, we have a solution where people can buy off our website and they get sent a generic email to say, thank you for your order, blah, 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 blah. But it's not a VAT invoice. The VAT invoice is generated automatically in our QuickBooks program because we've got the integration. So when they make the order, the VAT invoice gets there. But then previously, we'd have to then manually send that out to the customer so that they have a VAT invoice so they can claim the VAT back on their accounts. But with this, if we set the conditions right, we can say that if we get sale of a particular item from this customer or this payment type, so basically from our third-party solution, if someone pays from it from there, we know then they haven't had an invoice and we know that invoice is being generated. So when that invoice gets generated, send that invoice directly to the customer. So when the customer makes the purchase, they get the generic email from the third-party solution and they get an invoice from us, which has got everything they need to be able to claim the VAT back on. That was something that was causing us so many issues before because we'd have to remember to go and do it. We'd have to go and sort it all out. We don't have to worry about that now because we're using QuickBooks Advance. That is automatically sent out and it makes our life so much easier. We can automate sending statements out. We can go through and use that workflow thing solution to be able to go through and be able to add things as we need to. And that's why I really like QuickBooks Advance. And my final wow factor within QuickBooks Advance is the reports area because we get a whole new set of tools that we don't normally get access to. Let's have a look at some of what I mean. So first and foremost, you have the opportunity to create a brand new report from scratch. So if I press create new report, I now have the option to look at all the reports that are there. So one of the things I like using is things like the banking transaction. Now, normally what I do here is if I need to do some analysis of it, like I've got in front of me here, I would then have to basically export it to Excel and do things like pivot tables. Not with QuickBooks Advance. With QuickBooks Advance, I have the pivot table option directly in here. So from there, I can press pivot. I can say, right, along the top, I want my transaction dates and I want to show them monthly. Along my columns, I want to go through and I want all my different payees there so that I can see basically if everything's been put to the right place. And then basically all I need now is to think about, well, what do I want to show as my values? I can show amounts straight away, just like that. I generated a nice pivot table. I can go through, I can apply filters to, general options to. I can do everything I would do normally as a pivot table, but I'm doing it directly in here. And if I want to, I can even create it as a chart, bring the trend line through so I can see how that's going. Look at it as a stacked par, or as we'll have the opportunity to do, is create it as a KPI so that then we can look at that in more detail if we want to. And then we can add more elements to it to see how that KPI is doing. But that's not all. There's more options that we get as in here that we don't get normally. We got the opportunity to do the spreadsheets and everything else, but this new create new report option really does just open things up to us. If I went to my sales, for example, and created one based on there, from here I get so many more chart options, and this is where we can really see like the power of being able to put things like charts in, stack bars in, things like that. Again, we can create a whole KPI element on there if we want to, and it just gives us far more than we need to. The Performance Center is available to all now, so I can see Performance Center available, and I can see adding more performance elements to it as well. So I'm going to have that opportunity. When I create my management reports, I have more data that I can put in there because I'm using the advanced version. This to me is where it becomes really, really, really powerful, because the whole new reports area, far more options that I can play with, like the pivot table functionality, just to give me an opportunity to really deep dive into my data. And that's what it's all about, right? If I'm going to be putting information into QuickBooks, I want to have that confidence that I'm then going to be able to extract data from that that's going to make impactful decisions to my business. And to me, this is exactly what we're going to get out of it. Our opportunity to take that impactful data, impactful detail, look at it in a far more complicated and sophisticated way. And if I need to, send it straight to Google or to Spreadsheet Sync and take it directly to Excel. So I'm going to have loads of opportunities there to really maximize the use of my data and making it there. So there we have it. There's my reasons why you should be thinking about QuickBooks Advance for your business. Let me know in the comments below. Is there anything else I've missed? Is there anything you like about QuickBooks Advance? Or is there anything that you think shouldn't be in QuickBooks Advance and should be in one of the lower versions to make it worthwhile, that you're a bit jealous of, but you don't justify the price hike to get it to there? Let us know in the comments below, and we can get that feedback directly through to QuickBooks. My name's been Aaron Patrick. As always, if you've found this video useful, please make sure to use the like, subscribe, and all that functionality to make sure that you are always on top of what's going on in the world of QuickBooks, because we have some big updates coming. I'm having to hold back some of my videos at the moment so that I don't go and give away trade secrets, but I'm really excited for some of these videos to come through. Trust me, some of these updates are going to be huge, so make sure you don't miss out. Make sure you use the subscribe, like, and all that certification of wonderfulness that you can do on QuickBooks and YouTube and everything else, so that you don't miss out on it. My name's been Aaron Patrick. As always, this video has been an absolute pleasure, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Hello and welcome to this new series.
Hello and welcome to this video.
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 Hello and welcome to this video. Alright, let's get it set. Let's do this.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yes, I'm aware we go live every Monday.
The next generation is about everyone else that missed it.
Yeah. So current. All right, you've told us what you love about the industry, but what would you change about the industry?
Where do I start?
During that period of time, where did everyone turn to? Their accountant, right? Their advisor, their bookkeeper, and you all did phenomenal work for small business.